But I don't know.
McDonald's employees just look at your face and they're like, "Don't give this kid
I
ketchup."
feel like it's kind of like a Digman heist, like a long, 15-year plan
to get all the ketchups from McDonald's.
Yeah,
it's true. You gotta think ahead.
You know what's kind of crazy though? So I didn't know this. I don't know if you guys know this.
I did,
but and also viewers, if you have this restaurant near you, I bet your mind's gonna be blown. Maybe it's not, and maybe I'm just stupid. But could be that I'm just stupid. But do you guys know Capitol Grill, the steak restaurant?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so Capitol Grill,
Probably
if you're not familiar with
place.
it, is super expensive steak restaurant.
Your parents might go there on their wedding anniversary.
Exactly. And me being the person I am, the naive individual who likes to think the best of everything, I thought that you went to a restaurant like this high caliber establishment, and you were getting different steak or better steak than you'd be getting at an Outback Steakhouse, let's just say.
Yep.
Oh, I knew that was not true. You're just stupid.
My mind is blown that besides maybe, you're probably not going to get a porterhouse at Outback Steakhouse, but they cook the steaks the same exact freaking way. And the only difference is the aesthetic that Capitol Grill gives off, and that's why they can charge you out the ass for a piece of steak.
Presentation is key.
It hurt me so deep down to my core when I found that out. Made me very sad. I'm sorry to interrupt. That's all I had to say. And my whole life point of view on restaurants was shattered.
These high-paid chefs, they're artists. They're
I was
artistes.
Also, the Fat Cat. Was the one on Route 1 with the
Fat Cactus.
Was there another one, though, that was maybe some kind of...
Do you remember Bostonville Grill?
Yeah, of course.
Gas.
Of course.
Only the New England residents will know that are listening to this.
So segueing to my heist.
Okay, yeah.
One of my thoughts was to perform a heist on some kind of restaurant.
Okay.
But then I was like, why would I steal ingredients from a restaurant when I can just have them make me the food?
Okay.
So I'm thinking my heist has either gotta be it's either gotta be going into Disney, the Disney crypts, and stealing the frozen head of Walt Disney.
Hold
That's
up.
a good idea.
Is his head like in the resort?
I don't know.
But he froze his head, though.
Disney,
I heard that.
Don't flag us. I know. Our last 2 episodes, we've been giving you a lot of heat.
True. Disney has been mentioned quite a bit. If I start
fuck
having
you,
dreams,
Disney. We want the smoke.
Yeah. Bring it on. Get
Bring it
all
on.
your
Bring it
get
on,
your best
Disney.
lawyers.
Multi-billion. How much? Like $100 billion company.
yeah, they're worth quite a bit.
You'll have to
Nothing.
go through my father first.
When we
Dad's
get
a lawyer.
ad revenue on this podcast, we'll buy the best lawyer, and you guys are fucked.
None of our dads are lawyers.
None. We'd
Yeah.
lose that case pretty quickly, I think.
I think that's my heist. I think it's stealing Walt Disney's head. That's a pretty key item.
What do you guys
that,
think
like-
about those conspiracies about Disney after hours? Like the people that like stay in the parks after they shut down and like see creepy ass shit. Have you heard about that?
No.
I've heard
Although
that
I've
like
watched a lot of YouTube videos in my day about scary Disney stories.
right. Maybe honestly I'm confusing that for that. It could be just that.
You know,
But I've heard that like some sketch stuff happens if you're able to stay in the parks after dark.
what kind of stuff?
Like I saw
Like rides running by themselves.
no, yeah, like stuff like that.
The
Like
lights will flicker.
have you heard this
on
shit
and
about Chuck E.
off.
Cheese? Where Chuck E. Cheese, if you stay in the Chuck E. Cheese after hours, like Chucky comes alive and like
Fuck that.
murks people. Like it's like a security protocol. Like literally,
Five Nights at Freddy's.
yeah, basically that. Apparently that same shit happens at Disney. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's what I've heard in the parks.
That's interesting because I don't know. I feel like Disney's like seems like it's way too good to be true. You know?
In a lot of
Yeah,
ways.
You guys remember that iCarly episode where they're in the crypts of like Seattle or whatever, and they talk about the
I forget what they called like the knockoff Disney Channel in the show, but yeah.
that was spooky. Like,
also,
his head.
I feel like
That was
that
a
stuff
spooky episode.
isn't just a joke, especially for like a network like Nickelodeon.
It was so funny. The Nickelodeon show makes an episode about
was that about Disney?
Disney ripping
so.
off. Yeah,
I
they literally stole
over my
the guy's
head.
frozen head. Like what?
yeah.
That was very dark for a kid show.
No, that's the story of Walt Disney. I mean, it is pretty fucked up.
but they
not
put it on
fucked up, but that's
iCarly.
pretty
Though.
dark.
They put it on iCarly.
It goes
though.
back to
But, like, that's
this.
like the myth that Walt Disney's head is frozen
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
basement of Disney.
I think it's true, honestly. Like I feel like
I believe it's
I feel
true.
like networks like Nickelodeon and stuff, they make stuff about that stuff to be like a joke, but it's really just to cover up the fact that it's really true.
Mm.
Like, there's a movie, I freaking forget the name, so I mentioned it in a different podcast episode too. But Eric Andre's in it, and he's supposed to be this Jeff Bezos type guy. And the whole movie is about like these Amazon robots that take over Earth, and the like robots in the movie have the Amazon smile on them. It is like literally like a thing. Like, I don't know. I feel like they make that movie to be like, oh, like that would never happen, and then it's gonna happen. I'm telling you. Also, Jeff Bezos, Andrew brought this up to my attention, so I just have to bring it up. But a couple podcast episodes ago, we're on a little tangent about Jeff Bezos, and I was like, you know that man, I heard he's going to outer space. I hope he stays out there.
Sign the petition to keep
There's
Jeff
a petition
Bezos in space.
We need to get that signed. Keep Jeff Bezos off Earth 2021. I think if Jeff Bezos was off Earth, not in a malicious way, but it'd be a better place.
Yeah, you heard us, Jeff. Just take...
Either that or start using some of your money for good instead of going to outer space to fulfill childhood fantasies. You can
just take a few more orbits around Earth until you die. That's all.
I think it's a good thing he's going to space. Not
why? In what regard? And he's literally doing it so that he can fulfill a childhood fantasy.
Because why wouldn't he though? He's the second richest man in the world. Why wouldn't he do that though?
Well, he could use some of that fortune to help but he's
hunger. He's making a point that I think.
What, that he's rich and can do it?
I think Blue Origin, a space company, I think they're trying to open up for public space travel, and I think that maybe he's trying to make an example that is not that dangerous. Also, space is the future of the species, and I think that I don't see any problem in that, honestly. Obviously, Jeff Bezos has a lot of issues, but him going to space,
I think he's just trying to commercialize another thing. It seems kind of stupid.
I don't think commercializing space is stupid though.
I guarantee
because that will expand our technology in space, and I think that we need to go space travel. That's the future of a species.
Hot take right now. Hot take. Don't at me until it happens, but it's no longer in the future going to be United States of America, I don't know, Canada, like different countries,
It'll be Earth.
It's going to be
Russia,
Amazon, and that's it. Amazon's going to be running the world.
Google.
No, I think Amazon is going to take over all, and we're going to be Amazonians.
We're all Amazonians.
Maybe.
You're no longer going to have Russia, China, India. It's going to be Amazon.
We're definitely adding not E.T., Wall-E to the list, because it's kind of similar to this topic.
Yes.
But Wonder Woman's an Amazonian, right?
Yeah, but she's like a good Amazonian. I don't want to be the Jeff Bezos Amazonian. I want to be that Wonder Woman type of Amazonian.
You have to be a woman to be that. Amazonia.
Is that true?
It's a planet of entirely woman.
What movie did I just watch?
Wonder Woman.
Oh no, not Wonder Woman.
1988.
Zack Snyder.
Justice League.
Justice League, phenomenal. It's really long. It's like 3 hours long or something like that. But or 4 hours long, I think. But it's really good. Highly recommend it. But that's where I saw that.
We should maybe get into this another time because we're kind of going way off topic about Digman and Anthony and their shenanigans. But
it kind of relates in a very non-relatable way.
It relates in a totally 0% way. But, space investments, they improve technology for everyone and helps everyone in the world just by... Because when engineers are presented with a problem, they make a difficult solution that solves other problems,
creating new efficiencies.
You gotta have difficult problems, and space is one of the most challenging engineering problem there is.
Yeah.
And when they do that, they create very creative. GPS was I'm guessing the space shuttle.
Right.
That whole mission
that made us weaker as a race.
You got a problem? Yo, I'll solve it.
I mean, NASA has a lot of things that help determine the best time to grow crops in Africa, which helps end starvation a little bit.
True.
And
I also
a lot of stuff. Microwave was made in space. That was discovered in space because they had
True, it was an accident, right?
Accident, but something just in technology.
Penicillin also an accident.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. When you go to space and you try to invent stuff to survive in space and make it better, you're gonna accidentally create a lot of great technologies. So I don't think space travel is a bad thing at all. I think it's really good. And I don't think Bezos going up there is bad because he's kind of promoting the idea of it.
It's the final frontier.
Yes.
I think it's going to be an ongoing debate throughout our podcast episodes where we kind of debate Jeff Bezos. And I agree Jeff Bezos kind of oversteps his boundaries, especially with owning media companies. Should not be owning any media companies. But anyway, yeah, that's my little tangent on that.
I don't know. I mean, hey, shout out to his wife who donated $2 billion and is donating a couple bill more to nonprofits around the world, which is pretty amazing. Good for her. Do have to say though, he could have used some of his fortune to help make like self-sustaining gardens and some stuff.
He should. No, he should.
I don't know.
He doesn't have that. He doesn't have like how much money does he have? Probably 200 billion.
He's like one of the richest people in the world,
But he doesn't have like $150. He doesn't have that much money in just cash.
Jeff
though.
Bezos should.
It's net worth.
Should send everyone like a free garden kit.
He should. He should send like. All right, hold on.
Here's some tomatoes.
We've been
here's some
having this
peppers.
conversation, and our.
By the way, we're just for the listeners out there. When you click on this episode, it's not going to be called Bottle Rocket. It's going to be called Bottle Rocket and a long rant about Jeff Bezos.
But I just got to bring up this point. We've been talking about it with our friends back home.
And you know why this all came up? Because Bottle Rocket is on Amazon Prime for
Oh
only
my
8
God.
more,
It
for
also
only
came
8 more
back.
days. For
Kinda-
only
kinda-
8 more days.
Really? Oh, so we gotta post this. We're not gonna post it till like Monday. I think
Yeah.
3 more days from now. So when we post this, it's gonna be like 4 more days to watch it. So you better watch it.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
And
have to say-
Andrew was trying to watch the movie on Amazon Prime, and he couldn't sign into
Yeah,
his
I watched it
Amazon
last
account.
night. I wanted to watch a couple more scenes to kind of refresh myself, and it says, "Have your dad confirm that you logging in." And it's like, why can't I just log in? We're paying for it. Like,
Have
I'm
your
just-
We're
Dad,
paying
Jeff
for it. How about your
Bezos.
dad's paying for it?
hey,
Show a little appreciation, huh?
he does work hard. Shout out, Dad.
Shout out dads across the world. Shout
Yeah.
out moms across the world.
Happy like belated Father's Day. By the time we post this, it'll be like
Yeah,
a week late.
Way to go, fathers.
Way to go, parent figures around the world.
Yeah.
But yeah. More
Way
of
to
the
go.
story.
Oh, by the way, way to
basically.
go, first responders too.
First,
That's
sure,
right.
sure.
Any other appreciations? Way to go,
not-
teachers. Way to go, teachers.
All these
Capital Grow workers.
all those average, ordinary, everyday superheroes.
You know,
Hell
and
yeah.
also
To quote
to bring it back,
All Star or Smash Mouth.
to bring it back to the movie, shout out to criminals who are trying to be criminals or
For
striving
the fun of being a criminal,
for the fun of it. Not yeah.
not to hurt other people.
P.S. We don't
Not to
condone
gain
being a criminal. So if
material
you try to
wealth.
use this as something to base
Yeah,
your
no.
crimes off of and then get us in
Yeah.
trouble for,
But we
Yeah, don't
condone
it.
we,
We don't
do
condone
it. Don't try
condone
this
following
at
your
home.
dreams just like Digman did.
yeah, follow your dreams for sure. Basically, end of the day, go build yourself a nice little tree house that extends forward to have a self-sustaining garden, and we'll all be
All right,
okay.
So anyway, let's get back into the movie. Yeah. So I said the plot wasn't very substantial, but the movie definitely did play with my emotions a little bit. I definitely really enjoyed it. The music you were saying, definitely set the mood very well, and I love the movie.
I think the happiest part of the movie was when Anthony and Jerry split ways, and Anthony and Bob like just fully get their lives together.
Yeah.
Anthony, he's there working 3 jobs. He wakes up, does the paper route, working
Yeah.
construction, and doing valet at night. You know, he's not thinking about his past regrets or anything. You know, he's happy.
Mm.
He's like finally getting his shit together. And then Jerry, he's going for a run, and Jerry pulls up in a yellow jumpsuit,
Yeah.
and just like
He's like, oh, I love the jumpsuit.
he immediately gets roped back into like this life of stupidity, and
Right.
absurdity.
Also, could be an allusion to the fact that maybe like working a normal job, even though you make money, isn't all it's cracked up to be. Sometimes it's
Maybe.
fun to live wild, you know. Obviously, it doesn't pay out for Jerry.
Yeah,
also, Jerry
no.
Jerry's last name is Dignan.
Yes.
If you were confused between
Jerry
the Jerry and the Dignan switches, but same person. Just want to point that out. But yeah.
Sorry, go on. Yeah.
No, you go.
Yeah, going off your point of how like having a real job, isn't what it's cracked up to be
Mhm.
all the time. This movie was kind of a Walmart Goodfellas in a way,
Okay.
because Digman, I think I could see Digman like seeing Goodfellas and kind of emulating that with his life. Like, I'm not working a
Yeah.
job,
Owen
not
Wilson,
taking.
all my life I wanted to be a gangster.
Honestly, though, like,
I can see that for sure.
regrets. I've had a few, but then again,
So yeah, Bottle Rocket,
too few to mention.
Goodfellas 2.0.
Frank
Honestly better.
Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra's goat.
Also, my new catchphrase, I'm stealing it from Jerry. Let's get lucky.
Let's get lucky.
I love that, how before every heist, she's like, all right, you guys ready? Let's get lucky.
Hell yeah. Only got lucky one time out of the heist, though.
Yeah,
But you know what?
you
1 for
need-
2, not bad.
You need good luck in that line of business.
Hell yeah.
What kind of accent do the Owen brothers have?
Think
They're American. I thought they were Australian.
Owen Wilson just has
They're not
a
Australian.
broken nose.
Just blonde, so I thought that.
Just blonde.
It must be Australian. But what is that like? What
Oh,
is that accent?
I think honestly, Owen Wilson just talks like that because his nose is broken so many
Wow.
times.
I feel like
they all talk like
I
that
feel
though.
like they're from the Midwest.
Could be from the Midwest
Anthony
too.
talked like that. I think his brother